Hi. We're doing a special sort of on the road thing for this, I guess, re-debut, re-emergence, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, like a butterfly emerging from a cocoon, like Sauron coming back after the ring was destroyed. I am here to mess up Middle Earth again. No, but I am back. And I hope you could see in way better shape and way better spirits. It's been a bit of a journey. I thought it was important as two things. I'm on a strict time limit because I'm leaving here. I'm literally going to the airport to fly to Vegas for some events out there. But it's good because I would ramble. But I thought it was important as I leave to kind of get this out because I had been sort of away for a bit, and I wanted to talk about that because not everybody has such public ups and downs, or in my case, very big downs, like I had in Iowa. And I think there are some people that deserve an explanation for how I got there, and I want to make sure that I was taking accountability for that part of the journey. But I do think, especially going to being a lifetime member of the Cauliflower Alley Club, it's something I'm very passionate about because it's an organization, a nonprofit that is dedicated to looking after, so to speak, the boys, taking care of older wrestlers that might not be able to take care of themselves, and just generally, it's the ring of friendship. It's a place where, for the last few years, it's been a very happy place for me, and I'm excited to go. I was worried I wasn't going to get to go, and that would have been my fault pretty much completely. So, so I've been very public and very forthcoming about some of my health issues, the broken neck, the triple fused neck. It's doing great, by the way. The knee that we're hanging on with that one. Spiffy's going to need a new knee eventually, probably. But my hair's still good. My eyes are still good. Everything else is still good. So I can't complain too bad. What they didn't, or what I didn't tell you guys, is the whole story, and that's for a couple of reasons. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, there's a public facing sort of thing that comes with being any sort of, not celebrity, a known person, or infamous person, or whatever you regard me as, douche, according to several Facebook comments. But that doesn't really give a complete picture. And in order for it to work for me, I have to be a little more honest about that, not only to you guys, but to myself. So the physical rehab coming back from the broken neck and the knees and all that. And oh, I forgot, I almost died of diverticulitis last year. So I forgot about the time literally a year ago that I'll show you the scar in Vegas. I got it's still a big thing across my deal here, like where they sliced me open and put me back together. Forgot about that one. But the physical recovery has been great. I've got some of the most amazing doctors and a great team trying to put me back together, and I love and appreciate not only them but everybody. And thank you. If you have noticed that I wasn't around, if you knew that I had not my favorite experience and not my best look in Iowa, and checked up on me, I appreciate that probably more than you know. It's something that I mentioned in my Facebook post about an actress who dealt with some substance abuse issues and some depression and things like that, and who is not with us anymore, and how that sort of affected me and sort of my own journey. So let me do a couple things. I love the cauliflower alley because they take care of the boys. One of the things that I'm passionate about that I hope that I'm able to talk about with my friend Karen, first of all, who please check her out in the hospitality room. She's a mental health specialist, a behavioral health specialist. If you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. Talk to me, for God's sakes. It's part of why I am the way I am. Is kind of a weird mental journey back and trying to feel like not lonely or not isolated, not as misunderstood as maybe I am. And look, that comes with the neurodivergence. It's I'm learning. It's part of the package. I'm excited to learn why I do some things or why I think some things, because that's always kind of the hard part of like, why am I coming at it from this way? And you know, professional wrestling has always been that escape for me. Like I've loved wrestling. I've loved it really just or service industry. We'll say. I realized that a lot of you that I've met over the past couple of years have never really seen me outside of that and didn't know me before. And so a lot of my recent journey, you might not know that I was in real life, like, on a school board and worked to like feed kids. You might not know about the charity that I ran, the nonprofit organization that we started during COVID just to make sure families were still getting like fed and things like that. I grew up in a house where there was a little bit of like food insecurity. And this is back in the day where they didn't really talk about that kind of stuff. And now, we're at a place like where we kind of know more about that. And it's, I think, why I am, as my therapist says, so much, or I attempt to be so much of a people pleaser. I understand if me talking about some of the things that I do or some of the experiences that I have, positive and negative, I understand how you can look at that and say, well, he's just trying to put himself over. He's a tryharder. He's, clout chasing or whatever he's doing. But like the reality of that situation is I like helping. It's one of those things about being, kind of a people pleaser is I genuinely, it's the thing that I like the most. It's between you and me. It's actually a little bit selfish, and it doesn't seem like it would be. Like this guy's donating to charity or helping out with whatever I'm trying to help out with, and on the surface, it would seem, what a good guy, he's trying to help. Between you and me, I do it selfishly. I do it because it makes me feel good, and so I try to do that kind of stuff because, and this is something that if we clip anything from this, once I get on the plane and get situated, asking to help, which I often do, is for me asking for help. And if that's me trying to carry your bags, or give you my coffee machine or whatever, where you would help at your booth, accidentally start a charity, whatever that thing I'm doing that, it turns out, because I didn't know how to ask for help, because it's a bit of an old school thing. You don't ask for help. Like our parents never talked about dad never took a mental health day. You know what I mean? Suck it up. Remember? That's how, yeah, I mean, and that's okay. We know a little bit more than we did then, which is, again, why I'm excited to try to help with the CAC. It's also why I went down crazy spiral in Iowa. So back to my mental health, because I want to get this out because it's important, because so I got through all the physical stuff fine from all of these surgeries and all that stuff. I mentally really ran into a brick wall pretty quickly, where I wasn't able to do a lot of the things that I used to be able to do. So they started, I say my team, my doctors, and I went through a pretty extensive trial and error of medications and things to help balance my ADHD with what turns out to be pretty bad bipolar depression. And, you get some anxiety over that. There's days where I would wake up and want to take over the world. And there are days when I wake up and would need to lay in bed for 2 days. And it's kind of tough to navigate. So they've been adjusting medicine and all that stuff leading into Iowa. And I was not consistent. Just nothing seemed to be working. I seemed to be getting worse, at least mentally getting worse. Iowa, I should have just stayed home. That's on me. I wasn't in a great place to begin with. And then the universe tried to keep me at home when my travel plans, we will say, got disrupted. And I was up against, one hand saying, take the L. All right. You can sit this one out, champ. We'll get back there next year. But also me being, got to make the town, brother. The old school, like you show up, Also, it was fun to try to book, get from Pittsburgh to Iowa on less than a day's notice and get out there and still whatever. I mean, that's me. The problem solving part of me kicked in, and I like doing that stuff. Problem solver. But I got out there and I was already not in the greatest of headspaces because of how I had to get out there and the extra money that it cost to get out there. And then I got there, and some of the help that I was asked to do, pretty much out of the gate, I was told, we don't need your help. I mean, so kind of going off of what I said earlier, being a helper, and being so excited to have the opportunity to help, and then having that, sort of trigger a lot of other things from there, is, hey, it is, like I said at the beginning of this, 100% my fault. Well, mostly my fault. Because I shouldn't have been there in the first place. And if I was, I certainly should have realized that, oh, by the way, I dislocated my knee the week before we all headed to Iowa, which is why you saw me hobbling around for most of the trip. And also why I was dealing with some other painkillers and muscle relaxers on top of my already screwed up medicine that I was on. So I have to go catch a plane. But we will talk about this more. I wanted to make sure that I had something out. I'm going to Vegas a day early just to kind of get myself situated and everything. So, and also to give you guys an opportunity, if you want, to reach out to me. Some of you who have already, like I said, thank you. I owe a lot of apologies, and I want to be accountable for a lot of that. But it is important that you guys understand that, part of that journey that I've been on involves this now. And this is not like a 12-step journey. However, one of the reasons I have been absent since Iowa is that I decided that sort of up and down, give and take, here and there, in and out sort of path that I was on was not sustainable. So I, on my own, I have to do it my way. In the words of a great poet of my generation, and I paraphrase, if they tried to make me go to rehab, I would say no, no, no. But I checked myself into rehab, something called detox. Now, so I did a program at a national recovery center. It was fun. It wasn't. But what it did allow me to do is get some additional therapy, get some different eyes on me. If anybody's been to rehab, and here's another thing I want to point out. A lot of my favorite wrestlers, my favorite entertainers at various points in their lives dealt with substance abuse issues. I am I'm embarrassed about how I acted in Iowa, but I am in no way, shape, or form ashamed of that journey that I'm on now. And yeah, I would hope for all of you that might have a family member or friend that has dealt with those things, you may appreciate the transparency or attempt at transparency that I've got going on right now. And if not, cool. I mean, listen, there's a lot of people that were mean to me before Iowa. I mean, if nothing else, taking a positive away from that experience there, again, good palate cleanser. So I get to have a complete physical reset, which is how it's been for over a month now. It's been interesting to be off the meds, as the kids say. That boy off his meds. I am. It's crazy, but I feel great, and it's so far. You know what I mean? I guess that's part of the experience. The journey is right now. I feel great, and I'm excited. I posted about this when I got out of detox. There's going to be crying. There's going to be some crying, but it's going to be happy tears mostly because I'm so excited to. There's a lot of people that don't come out the other side, you know, and yeah. So, uh, shout out to my friend, my mentor, my daddy from a different baddie, Rip Rogers, who was nice enough to talk to me for a while here. And thank you, Tony Atlas. It's a lot of weird thank yous at the end of this. Thanks, Tony Atlas, for our pep talks. And Tony's hilarious, just from having a chance to work with him a couple of times, and then ran into him at WrestleMania. Did not remember me at all, by the way. I was like, we worked together. Like, sure we did, brother. But then we had a chance to share a car ride to the airport together, and Tony has a lot of really perspectives about the business, about his journey in the business, and you know, some of you guys are mean to me. Talk to Tony Atlas and guys of his era about some of the things that they had to endure, and it kind of gives you some perspective. So I appreciate Mr. USA giving that to me. Stu, thank you for letting me go down an ADHD rabbit hole and make a really fun commercial for cribbage, and for making me remember how to play cribbage, because that's something I haven't done since I was 20 years old, probably. And I'm pretty sure Jimmy Valiant didn't let me take a payday home for 6 months straight. Well, he taught me how to play. So I'm going to hug a lot of people. And I really hope that I can earn forgiveness, because that's something that's important, obviously. But, only one guy, can walk on water, and it ain't me. So we'll all make some mistakes. I think it's important to kick out and come back strong. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I hope I get a chance to brother up with a lot of you guys. I do plan on being in the hospitality room. I'll be on the fly. It has quite literally become, over the past few years, one of my favorite wrestling events. One of my favorite experiences that I get a chance to help with. So my Fitbit is telling me that I'm going to miss my plane, but there's other planes. I'm going early anyway. Just want to get some pool time and tan up and stuff. So At least I look pretty for you. I don't know, man. Like I said, I can't thank those of you enough that checked in on me. Unfortunately, if you ever been to a detox or anything like that, they don't let you have your personal devices for a lot of it. So I was kind of off the grid for the better part of you know, but but I'm back. I guess I don't know, mentally, spiritually, existentially. I don't know. But listen, it's okay to not be okay. That's something I talked about when I was on the school board, because parents actually would reach out about their teenagers feeling that sort of isolation and, I don't belong and that stuff. I've got pretty thick skin, maybe a 16-year-old can't handle that stuff. So if they don't feel that they're alone, maybe that helps. And if you wonder why I talk about this stuff, and I've never been afraid to put someone over. Christ, I let Jazz strike me out in softball. Ripped it down the line the first time at bat with a torn knee, by the way, in case anybody's keeping score, which they were. And JBL's team, which I was on, beat Medusa's team 6-4, I believe the final score was. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to play. Coach Briscoe, I appreciate your patience and understanding with me as well, sir. And everybody who has also exercised patience and understanding, and maybe not just towards me, but towards anyone. I don't care, friend or family, or I don't care if you don't like the person. Anybody that sees somebody else struggling, you know what I mean? Just be a good person. Yeah, I'm not an overly religious person, but I do believe in just trying to be a good person. Does that mean I'm not going to black out and be a jerk on pain meds? Well, apparently, if the report is accurate, it doesn't necessarily mean that. It doesn't mean you don't try. So, brother up. It's gonna be an awesome week. My drummer is out there. He just told me that it's 104 degrees right now in Vegas. So, it's dry heat though. Don't worry about it. All of my northern friends, we have people coming from Canada where they're not used to 3 digits, but they don't know Fahrenheit. So you can just tell them it's, Celsius, and they're bad at math, which is 5/5 or 9/5. I don't know. It's fine. We'll figure it out together. All right. This was perfect because I couldn't rant too long because I literally had to go. So this is great. I'll try to post it once I get to the lounge at the airport. But I'll see you guys in a couple of days. For most of you, if you're going to Vegas early, reach out. I will be poolside, and I can't wait to see you guys a lot, very, very much. God bless y'all. See you. Thank you.